Hey everyone, today we are doing a change of pace. We are doing home ec. I am going to show you how to make some peanut butter cups that are dairy-free, gluten-free, and raw. Now because something heated to only about 104 to 118 degrees Fahrenheit is still considered raw, and butter temperature is lower than this to melt, so is coconut oil, you can potentially make them raw if you like. I will be showing you how to use a pan over a pan instead of a double boiler, and we are using honey and erythritol for our sweeteners. Erythritol is a sugar alcohol, and it is a low glycemic index, so it won't spike your blood sugar too high. You can also use xylitol or stevia, brown sugar, white sugar. I prefer to use honey as much as I can, or stevia. Now, erythritol and xylitol are both sugar alcohols. They look like sugar. They're dry and grainy. So I like to use it for the texture more than anything, to get that little bit of kind of sugar granule in there. Now, with being a sugar alcohol, I don't prefer to use too much of it or more than, say, a quarter cup at a time because it can, in some people, be irritable to the bowels. I'm also showing you how to make more of a milk chocolate. If you want darker chocolate, you can just add another couple tablespoons of the cocoa powder. Okay, I think we are ready to get started. Here I have the ingredients for our peanut butter cups. Half a teaspoon vanilla, a tablespoon and a half of erythritol, which is low glycemic. It's a sugar alcohol. Half a cup of coconut oil, 5 tablespoons of dairy-free butter, quarter cup honey, a scoop of protein powder, and this is dairy-free, gluten-free, and grain-free. It is paleo-friendly, and a half cup of cocoa powder. Here we have the ingredients for our peanut butter filling. There is the 1/3 cup of peanut butter, about a tablespoon of dairy-free milk. It can be coconut, almond, oat milk. This is a 1/4 teaspoon vanilla, tablespoon of honey, and teaspoon and a half of erythritol. Nice and fluffy, creamy, easily spreadable. Now when we melt our ingredients, we want to use a double boiler. If you don't have a double boiler, you can use pan on pan like I'm using. You put just an inch of water in there and the other pan on top of it so the steam can rise and melt the butter and the oil without scalding it. As we let this heat up, we're going to start with the butter and the coconut oil. Once that's boiling, we'll turn it down to about medium heat. Let's go ahead and add the vanilla, the honey, erythritol, and in this case I'm only starting with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of the honey. Remember, there are 4 tablespoons to a 1/4 cup. And we'll get that melted, and the last thing we'll add are the powders. Okay, here we've ended up with 3 out of 4 of the tablespoons of honey. Now we'll start to add the protein powder. And the cocoa powder. Just make sure it's nice and dissolved. It will thicken just a little bit, and you want to keep stirring to make sure it doesn't scald on the bottom. You can turn your heat down to low. And when we're finished, we'll turn the heat off completely and start spooning it into the prepared muffin cups. Here we've had some paper liners in our muffin tin, and what we want to do is put just a little bit of chocolate on the bottom to cover the bottom of the cup, maybe about a tablespoon. After that, we're adding approximately around a teaspoon of peanut butter filling to each cup. And this is how we'll gently spread it out, make it a little more even in the bottom of that cup. Now that we've got our peanut butter in the cups, we'll whisk up the chocolate again and spoon the rest of it over the top. You can see our peanut butter cups are ready to go. The peanut butter is pretty much covered. And they are a third to a half full. You really don't want them too thick or you'll just be biting into a big chunk of chocolate. I know it's kind of messy in here, but I've heard that messy is the sign of a good cook, so we will find out. Here we've cleared a spot in the freezer. We'll just slide them right in and leave them for about an hour to 90 minutes. Okay, we have our peanut butter cups in the freezer, and this is by far the hardest part. Just waiting. Sometimes I take them out a little early and they're a little soft. Ooh, yeah. Because it's only been about 40 minutes and they're already hardening up. I can feel it's a little soft on the bottom, so we will leave them in a little bit longer. It's been an hour and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Oh, so good. See the peanut butter layer in there, nice firm chocolate. Let's taste it. Moment of truth. It's so good. It's sweet and creamy. It's really good. You guys should try this. After about 60 to 90 minutes, you can take them out of the freezer and put them in the fridge. If you store them on the counter, they will go soft again like butter does in your house. So, I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time.